climate change is not a future concern. It's happening right now. And one result is more and more flooding, hitting cities and towns across the country that are built along the water.
Yeah, well, this is it. This is basically where I hang out right here. Walk around, take my dogs out, enjoying everybody around here.
Alviso, California is one such place, a tiny hamlet at the southern tip of the San Francisco Bay.
We're approaching First Street right here in Michigan and First Street. This is a Taco de Oro restaurant.
2 carne asada plain and...
This is where Chuy Caceres lives and works as a shrimp fisherman.
Well, this is my grandma's house. Grew up here. This is just a lot of memories here.
Come on in, have a seat.
You guys didn't tell everything already? This is my cousin, Jose Lujan.
I was born and raised here in Alviso, and this gentleman here is my cousin, but he's like a brother.
Climate change could bring a big change to this town sitting at the edge of the water.
What's your perspective?
You always want to talk about your town.
Well, I do know that the San Francisco Bay Area is going to be affected by the global warming and how the melting of the polar ice cap and whatnot. And one of the places, Alviso, will be one of the first places that the water will rise, and we'll be basically underwater. So
with the global warming and the water's rising, it's kind of frightening to think that, oh my God, are the waters going to rise? And
basically they have to move schools and businesses and all kinds of stuff away from the peninsula and the South Bay and whatnot.
And of course, it's not just Alviso, which is threatened by flooding along the San Francisco Bay.
Now we have many famous businesses that are located along the shoreline. Yahoo, Google, NASA Ames Research Center, all of these areas, they're actually below sea level. And many of these businesses are so important economically to not only our country, but the world.
Alviso used to be surrounded by wetlands, which are mostly gone now. But wetlands can help protect coastal towns from river flooding brought on by climate change.
So as runoff from upland areas flow into a wetland, they would flow through a series of small tributaries that would meander through the wetland, and they would naturally slow the movement of that water.
The other flood risk is from the bay itself, and this risk is also getting worse with climate change as sea levels rise, bringing higher tides and higher waves.
And historically, the wetlands were there to act as a buffer from tidal flooding.
Flooding has always been a problem for Alviso, and Chuy's family is well aware of the devastation that it can bring to their town. They're part of a Mexican-American community that has been living in Alviso for generations.
I did experience the 1983 flood.
This is my mom, Juanita Lujan.
It had been raining for a few days, and I had my 2 eldest sons, 3 years old and 5 years old. And I heard the sirens were going out.
Everybody said, go home, go save your family.
It was coming. It was coming.
So I was like, come on, Mom, let's go. And Mom's like, no. She never knew how to swim or anything, right? So she was like afraid of the water, but...
Era demasiada agua.
The water was scary. It was scary.
Working for Fish and Wildlife, Mendel Stewart is involved in a huge project to restore the South Bay's wetlands. This could help protect coastal towns like Alviso from both river and tidal flooding, adapting to changes we can no longer halt.
We're standing at the southwest corner of Pond A8 at the big water control structure we call the Notch. It's about 40 feet across. It's made of massive concrete, and it's going to have these big drop log structures, these aluminum gates that we can drop in and out to control the water.
They have to manage the water's flow to ensure they don't stir up mercury, left here by old mining operations. The end goal is to make a lovely living border between bay and land.
But what's going to happen? You're going to start with this white, salty crust, and then the sediment's going to come in, and we're going to have probably, 2, 5, 10 years worth of just vast mud flats. And when we hit the right elevation, pop, we're going to see little sprigs of pickleweed here and there, pickleweed and cordgrass and gum plant and and then eventually, hopefully, it'll just be a sea of lush green marsh vegetation.
I love it here. It's like my paradise right here. And if it could stay the way it is, then when my kids are born and stuff, I'm pretty sure they'll love it too. Because here we feel free.